Hello YouTube, it's everyone's favorite bestie here, and I am back on EverQuest 2 Time Lock Progression server, Stormhold, and as you can see, I went ahead, made a new character, bought an extra slot, another character slot, and went ahead and made one of my favorite races, a Sarnak. I think they look really cool. The sole reason for me playing EverQuest 2 is practically because of this race. I remember a long time ago when Rise of Kunark recently came out, I heard about them releasing Sarnaks, and for the longest time I really loved Sarnaks. In EverQuest 1, I thought Chardok was like the coolest city ever. I love the fact that you can build rep and actually bank there or do quests there, and it was really cool. I really loved it. And when EverQuest 2 was finally making the Sarnak playable, I went ahead, got the game, got the expansion, and went ahead and started playing, and I've loved them ever since. I love their tiny little necks. I love their tiny little hands. A lot of people, I think, originally complained about that, but I think that's very charming in a way. They are a very draconic race, so I don't see them being symmetrical. I don't know what the word is, but like how everything kind of being, I don't know, just having body parts that are not all the same, but okay, I'm gonna drop that. But I really like them. I think they look really cool. And I went ahead and made mine all purple because he's epic like that. He's an assassin. I've already went ahead and done the intro quest. I didn't record it because I figured I've already done that with my warlock, who I still have, by the way. But I want to give Sarnak a try, especially on this server, because when I do this, who all Sarnak, there's only eight Sarnaks in the game right now, and this is like at like 6 o'clock and in the afternoon, and that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So I said to myself, that's it, I'm gonna start making a Sarnak. And also, I went through the Warlock Isle of Refuge for the good aligned races, and I did all the quests, and I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed that experience, but I wanted to do something, for the evil races. And also, I was a huge fan, still am, I should say, of Christopher Lee, and I'm hoping there's a lot of voice acting in this game, and I'm hoping I'll be able to actually hear Christopher Lee play his role as Lucan Delir when I'm playing this. So hopefully, I'm very hopeful. So kind of excited, and we're going to begin right here. We're going to talk to Tail Nevelix, emissary of the Overlord. Let's see what she has to say.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you. There is much work ahead of us in establishing Freeport's dominance over this island. The Overlord's troops have secured the outpost, but there is a growing nuisance on the other side of the island that must be addressed. That is where you come in. I am Tail Envelix, attendant and confidant of the Overlord. I am here to ensure that our operation on this island is successful. You, on the other hand, will be assisting us with some fieldwork to help prepare you for life as a citizen of Freeport.
Who is the Overlord?
The Overlord is the fiercely courageous ruler of Freeport. A statue of his glorious visage graces the pond in the center of the outpost. Though he is merciless to his enemies, he is generous to those who serve him. Pray you never do anything to fall from his grace. Freeport is the center of power and commerce on Norath. The city sits on the eastern edge of the continent of Delair. This grand city shall be your home here on Norath, should you prove yourself worthy. If not, you can cower and beg for shelter at the gates of Kinos. The city of Kinos is the enemy of Freeport. It is a weak land ruled by an incompetent queen, Antonia Bale. I've had my share of battles with her and her pet Kara, I assure you. Kenosians try to spread lies about the Overlord and portray him as some kind of power-mad tyrant. Don't believe their propaganda. Remember to always keep the will of the Overlord foremost in your thoughts, and you will go far. The city of Freeport is a power unrivaled on Norath, no matter what you might hear from Kenosian riffraff. You must pledge yourself to this power and become part of it. Do this, and I will reward you handsomely. Excellent. There is indeed much potential in you. I think it is time to begin your training. You must be strong if you wish to serve properly. Northwest of here you can find Trainer Darg Frostwind. Speak with him about combat training, and do as he tells you.
Ooh, I get oven mitts. Awesome. Right,
in case you forget, I've written down his name and location in your quest journal.
Thanks. Alright, I really like this. This is really cool. It kind of gives me some insight into the lore of this game. Now, when I played my Warlock, I actually didn't really sit down and listen to all the voice acting. I kind of felt bad about that, but I was also playing with some friends, so I didn't really, I was in a hurry, so I was like, okay, click. But this is really cool. Very, very awe-inspiring. I'm really glad they brought back the Isles.
Greetings. I've been stationed here at the outpost to teach new recruits the finer points of combat. After all, it's our duty to honor the Overlord by achieving legendary victories in his glorious name. Very well. The nearby sparring partners to my left are all looking to fight. They may hurt you, but they won't kill you. Return to me once you've bested one of them in combat.
Alright. Do this. I'm gonna stabby. Yeah, get it.
Have you defeated the sparring partner yet? Good. The stronger you are, the more useful you are to us. I'm sure of it. Go speak with Tail and Velix. She is just south of Sithor Spire.
Okay, I'll just talk to her. I'll just go back. But yeah, I didn't really, do any listing. I just kind of clicked through everything and just checked my little quest log over here and followed through with the quest. So this time I'm going to actually take my time and listen and see what everyone has to say.
So, are you ready to learn more about the outpost and perform your first service for the Overlord? This outpost was recently established as a training ground for potential citizens of Freeport to hone their skills. Our first scouts on the island reported it as being uninhabited, perfect for our needs. It soon became clear that the initial reports were incorrect, and those scouts have been permanently reassigned to the bottom of the bay. Such is the price of failure.
That sounds pretty fair. I mean, you don't do your job. You swim with the fishes. Yeah, I can dig these. I can dig this totalitarian society.
The intruders are a sect of the Tunarian Alliance, a lowly order of vermin originating from Kinos. As a true servant of the Overlord, your duty is to eliminate them. This should prove extremely useful in preparing you for the challenges that lie ahead after you leave the outpost. Not just yet. You will strike against those Kinosian scum when the time is right. First, we need to see if that weapon of yours is working. Are you ready for your first test?
You mean the stick that I was
Go
given?
talk to Chef Gorga, just past the west archway. She needs help gathering supplies to feed the members of the Freeport militia who guard this outpost, which should provide a chance to test your combat skills. There is more to hunt on this island than just Kinosians.
You got it, babe.
Report back to me when your duties with Chef Gorga are done.
Okay. Alright, Chef Gorga. Where you be at? I was tempted to roll Ixar because Ixar also another favorite race of mine, but I think the reason why I didn't was because it's kind of like the same reason why I don't like Argonians from Elder Scrolls. They just kind of look like slee stacks to me, and I don't know. There's just something about. I mean, these Ixar look really good. I'm not gonna lie. They look really nice, and I wouldn't mind playing one. But the problem is that when you compare, you know, the Ixar to the Sarnak, from a distance you can actually see what a Sarnak is. Whereas, you know, if you had like a, you know, like a human or and an Ixar, you know, side by side and at distance, they kind of have the same skeletal, you know, body design. It's the only difference is between a human and an Ixar, to me, at least in this game, is that one of them has a tail and scales. That's really about it. I saw this shiny, so I'm gonna go grab it. So I decided, you know, Sarnak was the way to go because at least, you know, they have a different kind of posture. They run differently. They have different animations, so I like that uniqueness. And again, as I showed you, there's like only 8 of us on the server, so that had to change. So Ixar Master Race hashtag.
Need to wait for the stew to be done. No firsties. Many militia to feed. Your mouth no bigger than the rest.
Speaking of models and stuff, I don't know about this. I think it's really cool. I really kind of like what they did with the orcs. Uh-oh. the trolls. I think they look really cool too. But oh my gosh, that is a face only a nightstick could love.
Ah, yes. Tael said you were coming. Good then. Gorga can stir the pot while you goes to collect more ingredients. Seaside stew. Only a couple things we still needs to get. First is the buzzers. Buggin' Gorga they are. Not sure how they taste, but less of them is better. Be sure to pluck out the wings slowly. The last buzz is the best buzz.
Go get some bees. Oh, can I get this? Oh, that is a giant bee. So yeah, I do have a couple of Sarnaks on the RP server, AB. Narix are. One of them was a Defiler. The first one I made was actually a Ranger, but I wasn't too fond of the ranged animation. It looked kind of like herky-jerky. I don't know if they've fixed that since, but I went ahead and I think I got him to like 40 before I re-rolled him, or re-rolled another Sarnak as a Defiler, which I really liked for a very good time. But I kind of was tired of the spellcasting, or like I didn't really want to play a spellcasting class for a Sarnak. I looked at a Sarnak and I said, yeah, they could be like wizards and stuff like that. You know, old school EverQuest had a lot of like, you know, enchanter class Sarnaks, wizards especially, and they were really cool. But you know, with the Defiler, it was a little bit different. It didn't have the same sort of feel. So after I think I got to him to about level, I think he is level 95. I went ahead and restarted actually I started on a halfling, and so a queen bee. I started on a halfling swashbuckler. Loved the class, so that kind of reaffirmed my kind of desire to make a melee class. So after I kind of played with my halfling for a while, I decided to go ahead and make myself a Sarnak Shadow Knight. I kind of wanted to play that class, and Shadow Knight was really cool. Ow! So I did that, and he's not that high up there. I think he's like only maybe like 70-ish, maybe 60 or 70-ish. And so I still play him. I bought him like all this really cool appearance gear, so he looks really nice. I really enjoy
Toss him
it.
in the pot. The next yummies are the main pot filler, livers. Those elks are eating up all the eaten plants anyways, so we killed 2 halflings with 1 stone. Bring back the elk livers when you're done.
Yeah, but yeah, I made my Sarnak Shadow Knight, and he's really cool. So yeah, it just all kind of reaffirmed my affinity for the Sarnak race. Very unique species. You don't really see dragon. I don't even. Would they be considered dragon? I know they're supposed to be half Ixar, half dragon. But originally a slave race. But I kind of wonder if, they would be a draconic race. I know there are examples of draconic races in EverQuest, so there is like a species of it, but I don't know, well, dragon-like. A lot of people kind of compared them to giant chickens, which, is kind of fair. I mean, they have these beaks, and so they kind of have just this sort of presence that's like. I also thought it was so funny. I went back and I started looking up old threads about Sarnak, just to learn about their lore a little bit more. And a lot of people were saying when Sarnaks were made for EverQuest 2, a lot of people were complaining about their look and how the NPCs in EverQuest 2 looked better. And while they do have their own charm, the fact of the matter is, or at least in my opinion, these Sarnaks, the ones that we're able to play, look a lot more like the ones from EverQuest 1. The ones in EverQuest 2, the Sarnak NPC Sarnak race from EverQuest 2, they're very bird-like, very lanky. They have like the general body shape of EverQuest 1's Sarnaks, but when you look at their faces, the Sarnaks in EverQuest 1 had long noses, they had long snouts, they had wild shaped horns. And when I look at these Sarnaks, like the playable Sarnaks, their heads look just about the same. It's so when a lot of people complain about that, I was kind of confused because to me, I like the old look of the Sarnaks. And when they EverQuest 2 came out with the Sarnak race, I was like, oh my gosh, they look like highly polygonal versions of the Sarnak. So
Toss them in and smell the Gorga magic. The stew is done now. Head back to Tail. She's waiting for ya.
All right, running back. Ooh. I wonder how many Sarnaks I'm going to actually run across while playing.
Did you
really
enjoy your
interesting.
hunting in the seaside glade with Chef Gorga?
It was passable. Let's see. I helped gather her supplies.
Gorga was impressed with your handiwork. I'm sure the outpost militia guards will be pleased with her stew, though I can't stomach troll cooking myself. You show potential indeed. As promised, here is your reward.
Awesome. Get my
So,
reward.
are you ready to prove your worth again?
Absolutely. But for now, we're going to go ahead and pause it here, and I'll come back to this next time. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode so far. I'm going to do a lot more. I'm going to see about getting more episodes. I'm going to go ahead and go through this entire area, get it all recorded for y'all to enjoy. So I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day and enjoy.